And now for something completely different. Or not. So, those of you who stuck around with this channel know that I've never quite settled on what it was doing. I mean, I started out a long time ago as a booktube channel, but I really fast lost interest in that. Then I tried making more kind of political stuff, but to be honest, I didn't love the format. Obviously a lot of poetry and travel stuff. I always wanted to do travel videos, but again, and also I never really knew what I wanted to do. Like, not just on this channel, like at all. I wanted to be a paleontologist for a while before I decided I couldn't hack all the geology. I wanted to be an actress, wanted to be a singer, wanted to be a lot of things. My undergraduate degree was all over the place. I did, archaeology, human rights law, specialized in the Middle East, Jewish and Islamic stuff. I did my dissertation on Jewish American literary themes found in early comic books. I mean, when I went away to Scotland, it wasn't just that I wanted to spend a year away from Dublin or stay around with Han, or I needed to figure out what the hell I was doing. And I remember when I arrived, and I was working really long hours, but I was also by myself in the apartment because Han hadn't moved over yet. And I was really trying to figure out what I wanted. And so I remember thinking about going back to basics and thinking about the last times that I was really happy. And that was a really disturbingly long time ago. But when I thought about it, being a child and the things that made me happy, I suddenly knew what it was. And it was trees. I still remember my first science project being on deforestation. And I was doing all this research into greenhouse gases and deforestation. And I remember crying when I gave the presentation because I was so upset at the rate of deforestation in the Amazon. I actually cried. And that's how I ended up doing the environmental volunteering in Scotland, because to look at what connected with that part of my past, where I was now. And in turn that brought me back to Ireland doing the conservation masters. But it took a lot of figuring out. It was like some core part of me had been lost for 10, 12 years. And it was like bumping into someone you used to know in a cafe and making awkward small talk for ages before you finally relax and remember that you liked them. Only with myself. And it's not that everything was fixed, but it's getting better, I think. What all this is about, and why I'm saying any of this, is that I'm going to stop putting videos on this channel. I'm not going to stop making videos and I'm not going to disappear, but I'm not going to use this channel anymore. I've done this before, and I know that it's not rational, that it's part of my cutting ties, burning bridges, fight or flight mechanism that I drop into when I'm making big decisions in my life. So I will start another channel, maybe not right away, but when I feel ready, and it's going to be more focused on my poetry and on maybe a little bit on the Irish landscape and nature and stuff. I'm thinking about writing some poems based on stories on hikes and walks that I take. I'm not 100% certain how I'm going to do it. I think I might do it like old Irish kind of ballad style, which is not a poetic style I've ever tried. I've never tried to write a formal poem. I write spoken word and it's very freeform. And every now and again as a joke I write a sort of sonnet. But I've never really tried to keep to a really strict formal style, so it'll be kind of a challenge, and I don't know if I'll really do it. But I want to try. So I'm going to be under Naturally Hurrah, like I changed my Twitter to. And I'll put links to everything in the description as usual. So if some of you want to follow me, that's fine. I don't know what I'm going to do right away. It's going to be a bit of a fresh start. I hope everyone's doing really well. So this is it. Last video on this channel. Sorry if this seemed really melodramatic.